Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Loki. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 2 of season 2 of Loki. On the last episode, I thought personally, if you go back and watch my reaction, that I thought he pruned himself, which I don't think I'm technically wrong, but what I did think I saw was him physically pruning himself when he's seeing Sylvie in the elevator. I think future Loki, where was he? Future Loki. Math. Anyway, future Loki was the one that pruned that Loki because quite frankly, when she's like, there you are, he seems like he's like really happy to see her. And I don't know if there was a tear in his eye because he was happy to see her, that he was being pruned and it hurt. But I do think that a future Loki pruned him from behind. If it's not Loki, then I think it might be OB. He seems to be the one person that has been there throughout the entire span of time and doesn't know that there was a reset or was purposely not reset. Either way, he remembers Mobius from before, and Mobius doesn't remember him. Obviously, everybody at the TVA had their mind wiped because there was an event that was happening in the past before we got the Timekeepers. And then there's the Timekeeper era, and then there's the future, wherever Loki went, where we saw Sylvie. Which makes me kind of sad because then that means that like Sylvie is somewhere in the TVA in the future, and I don't know why. Like what and how far in the future? Because it could have been years. It could have just been after a wipe. I'm not quite sure. I think we'll get our answers eventually. And we left the last episode with her at a McDonald's wanting to try everything. And I absolutely love that moment for her because she hasn't had a moment where she can just sit in peace. There's always chaos happening. There's always the end of the world happening wherever she's located herself. And that's what she's had to do to survive. And so now she's at a place where everybody's having fun and they're laughing. And like, yeah, I'd want to stay there too. And she wants to try everything because she has time to try everything. She has time to just sit and relax. Kind of. There are timekeepers that are on their way to find Sylvie, and one in particular seems very hell-bent. General Docs seems like she's wanting to get Sylvie and that Sylvie's the answer. And I feel like she knows something, or like, I don't know, she has an idea of like that Sylvie is the one that's responsible, that she's behind it. I don't think that that's true. I think that Kang, or a form of Kang, or a future Loki, I don't know, OB, anyone else could be behind it, but I don't think it's necessarily Sylvie. That's like, I don't think pruning her or getting rid of her stops the branches from happening. It's happening. So like they either let it or they don't. So I don't really know what happens when they catch up with Sylvie. Like what happens from there? And then you had X5, who is really, he's something. I'm sure, I know we're going to get more of him. I don't know if I care to get more of him. Maybe a backstory where I feel a little bit sympathetic for him, but he seems kind of like a douche. So hopefully he was a nice guy where there's another variant of him. Like, maybe something will make me feel a little bit bad about calling him a douche. Doubt it. But I want more OB. I want more Mobius. I love that OB is the snake eating his tail and Mobius is the Mobius strip. And either way, it's a loop. So I don't think that that's accidental. I think just like when it comes to time, it's really fun to have those characters with those names. But I want some answers. I want to know what the next step is now that we have extracted Loki from the timelines, supposedly. I don't know. I don't think with this, I'm sure like there's other iterations of him still in other timelines and it just has to come to pass. I don't think it erases him from the timeline. I don't know. There were little bits and pieces of him everywhere. Either way, I don't think that we're quite done with the time slipping. And I'm curious as to what direction this is going to head, so I'm not even going to keep guessing. I'm just going to watch it. So guys, let's get into it.
Thoughts? Sylvie's not here.
Nice tuxedos.
Plus, we got a hit on a temp pad that belonged to Hunter X5 before it went dark.
Well, if the temp pad went dark, then she found him first.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Or she's in Oklahoma enjoying life. Brad Wolf Zaniac. Was that X5?
X5 is an actor now? Or he's undercover. Looks pretty real to me.
Yeah.
Hey, how are the kids? How are you?
Aww. Still a douche, but a little bit more enjoyable.
Mobius! Whoa!
Nice to see you haven't forgotten about the little people.
We're gonna need to catch up afterwards, all right?
Let's catch up now, maybe.
Wait, is it the same X5? I didn't catch that.
All right, we'll do whiskeys.
Well, we're down
It does
here.
change everything, doesn't
Is he
it?
running now?
He is running.
Uh-huh.
It's Brad Wolf. Can I get your autograph?
Anything for... Hey! Oh!
Nice! I like seeing her in a different getup. It makes me happy. Expansion of character.
You're gonna ruin my life here!
Your life here?
Oh! Loki'd him. The badass walk.
You still glad we're here?
Where's the fancy lad going off to then? Okay.
You can take him, X5. I believe in you.
Back up! Back up! Hey!
It's like he's gonna prune somebody. Oh.
So unsophisticated, X5. You doing your own stunts now?
Real cute. Real cute. You quit with the magic and fight fair! Oh.
Why would he do that? I wouldn't do that. I'd use magic too.
Fair fight.
Love it. Super cool. I'm so happy to have Loki back.
A little over the top, don't you think? All the shadow play.
I thought it was spot on.
Oh, I love getting our little mischief maker.
You will tell us if you found Sylvie when you've had time in holding.
Right, because I'm a criminal, right?
Okay, come on, get in there.
I don't think he's a criminal. He went to go have a life.
What about this?
Have OB check it out.
Anytime we get to see OB, I'm happy. Or do we get to see OB? What you doing down there, boy?
Do you think this is a higher priority than preventing a temporal meltdown?
Oh, no.
No,
Stay focused on the temporal. I agree.
Seems prudent. Okay. Everything you need to know about this, I wrote about it in here.
Has anyone read that book? I feel like it's really important.
But of course, Brad knows us and he knows our tactics. But that's what makes for an interesting chess match. Okay, most of all, Brad's an asshole. So don't let him get under your skin. All right? Okay, Loki? Come on.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
But weren't you the one blabbering on and on about how we all had lives on the timeline? Well, I went down and got my life. What exactly are you mad at me about?
There are lives at stake.
Oh, you have got some nerve.
Keep going, I want to hear more.
Oh boy.
You just make everything worse. For Mobius, for your mother.
Oh, that's a
That's
low
what
blow.
you do. You lose.
Easy, Brad.
Loser.
Loki.
You're a villain.
You're a douche.
And perhaps I've been holding something back.
Loki.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps I've just been waiting for a moment like this so I can do terrible, awful things to you. Where is Sylvie?
You're way too obsessed with her. He needs therapy. I can recommend someone.
Okay, come on.
He's good.
Hey, you want to hear a good one? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Brad.
Brad who?
That's showbiz.
Oh.
I mean, who even are you on the timeline? Do you know? Doesn't matter. Do you have any idea what kind of life you might have left behind? Who might be waiting for you back there? I mean, do you...
Brad is really good at getting underneath people's skin. He's driving me crazy, but he's actually really good at this.
And until you wake up, you're just a nowhere man. You're a
Nowhere man!
Yeah, totally expected Loki to hit him, but I'll take Mobius. He's so good.
Yes.
Leveled up the douchebaggery, and I'm okay with it. There's a gnat flying around. It's driving me crazy.
How about a slice of pie?
Are they in a cafeteria? They are in a cafeteria. Retro. I like it. Great set design.
Listen, that wasn't tactical. I lost it.
You know, sometimes the rage builds up and you just gotta let it out.
You've got a wonderful
Remember
friendship.
that time I went down to Earth and I held the whole of New York City hostage with an alien army? You never wanted to visit your place on the timeline?
I would love to see that.
I'd like to thank the guy who kidnapped me and brought me here. Got me this pie.
He's
If you never
lying.
look, you'll never know. You know, you might think twice in case it's something bad and...
Or something good. What if it's something good? You think I want to have that rattling around in here?
Yeah. Mm.
Just gotta make him talk.
Well, come on, you're the god of mischief, right?
It's my favorite. Okay, Obi, what are you up to? That is stunning. But apparently bad, so I probably shouldn't think it's pretty. So why does he need a new extractor? What is he extracting? How does that fix the loom? Invalid temporal aura. What does that mean? What's happening? What is that?
To kind of ramp Mobius controller.
Stand by.
What is this setup? I'm excited to see how this goes down.
That thing does not work without the controller, though, so...
This one? Okay, great.
What does this thing do? Is it something to do with this collar?
Hey! Loki, you're not a villain!
Great acting on Mobius's part, though.
What does this one do?
Oh. Oh!
Sorry.
Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, goodness.
You know, you could kill me with that. Could I?
Oh, boy. Oh!
It's exciting.
Is he gonna threaten to squish him? This visually is stunning.
Let me try this.
Whoa, please don't squish him.
That's only made it smaller. I've done some awful things.
Yeah, you have. You're doing one right now. Have some perspective on yourself. Okay.
It's a me size right now.
I don't buy it.
Oh my god. I don't like it. I'm so claustrophobic right now.
I'll tell you where she is. She has a new life.
I did not want to see a squished Brad.
He knows where Sylvie is.
See? A little bit of mischief.
Only as good as your plan.
Thank you. Let's go, Xaniac. Hell of a performance.
All right, if I tell you where she is, are you gonna let me go?
You're gonna show us.
Hey, OB, this is Casey. I thought I could help. OB?
We're all gonna die. Why did he just yell that?
We're all gonna die. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. We're all gonna die.
I love that they just met each other.
That won't work.
Are you sure?
Of course. I wrote it.
Oh, got Casey's attention. The book you love? Yeah, have him sign it. Get an autograph. Work together.
Yes.
Practically memorized.
Oh.
Would you sign mine for me?
Of course I will.
Oh. I love these two.
And only the person who designed it can open it with a live scan of his temporal aura.
He who remains.
Oh,
And he's dead.
crap.
But you need to find a way in or it won't matter.
I love that we're including Casey in more of this. Delights me.
What do you think?
If she's here, I have to find out what she knows. I'll do the talking, be ready.
They're expecting, like, Sylvie in the black clothes. She got a new life. Just let her be.
We say we leave them to it, right? We head on back to the TV.
Talking about? No. I'm not going anywhere until I get some apple pie.
I would definitely order some French fries right away.
My break's in 5 minutes.
Tom Hiddleston is so good.
Oh, just get to the point, Loki.
Sylvie, I was in the future, and I saw you.
I don't care.
It's the future. It's going to happen.
Is it? Because that sounds a lot like the future's already been written. And we both know that it hasn't, not anymore. I'm
True.
not sure of that.
I thought you were setting us up for an ambush. Hell, you were just setting us up for a great meal.
Just enjoy this. Tell me about Xaniac.
What about it?
Yeah, I want to know about Xaniac.
It looked scary.
It's not scary. It's elevated thriller.
You're like a broken record. It's like, get me back to the sacred timeline. It's like, although now it's just get me out of here, which is...
Yeah, why?
Is this a setup? What's going on?
Nothing.
It's a setup.
If we stay here, we're all gonna die. We are all gonna die. This is gone unless we.
All this for Sylvie?
Oh.
I don't buy it.
They're going to bomb every branch.
Yeah, including this one.
B-15 incoming.
Go. Great.
Oh, she had to leave her job at McDonald's. She was happy there.
Mobius, what is going on?
Docs wasn't looking for Sylvie. She's gonna prune all the new branches.
Mobius, she's gonna kill them all.
Well, that answers my question from my commentary. Wasn't about Sylvie at all. Nice.
Our mission is compromised.
We have to stop this. Can we disarm the charges?
Sylvie looks awesome.
Don't overthink it.
Nice.
Mobius, you should come back.
Loki, we need to go.
Yeah, what is the repercussions of all of this besides billions of deaths? Wow. They actually succeeded.
Guys, I got a hit on Renslayer's temp pad.
It's probably here. She probably jumped to this timeline.
Sylvie,
Is this the best you lot can do?
there was nothing we could do.
I'm going home. If it's still there.
Please don't. It's harder.
I'm glad to see it still exists for her.
Hey, Sylvie. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we got more Sylvie, which I'm very happy about that. And she has He Who Remains time thingy that he was using at the end of last season. I was sitting there just staring at it, just kind of like thinking to myself, does that mean that like she's still technically in charge of the timeline? So she could change something? I don't know, like that seemed very powerful when he had it and he was doing, everything with it. So I wonder if Sylvie has the power to actually stop what's going on, reverse what's happened. Like billions and trillions of people died when they started pruning all the timelines. I was wondering, I was like, why is Docs going after Sylvie? Like it doesn't make any sense because they weren't there, so they don't necessarily know what happened at the end of time with He Who Remains and Sylvie and Loki. So I was like very confused as to why like Docs would want to like try to find her. And it makes total sense that she was actually just going to just prune all the timelines herself. Now, it's funny because I started with saying that X5 was a complete douche, and he is, but I like him more. Getting a dose of Brad and seeing X5 become Brad and have his own life and an acting career, like it made me happy. It made me happy to see. And the actor Rafael Casal, I think is his name, top notch. He's good. I really enjoyed his performance. He is like when you're just playing a douchebag, it's really easy to be a douchebag. Like I think anybody could do that. But like him and like how he's not intimidated by Loki. He wasn't even intimidated by Mobius even after Mobius hit him. Like the only time that you saw him actually freak out is in the box, and we don't blame him. We don't blame him for that. That's the best time to give up all your secrets because I'd spill. No, thank you. No, thank you. Threat of being crushed into goo, no thanks. But which I absolutely loved. I love that play. I love Mobius acting as though like Loki's doing something that he shouldn't be. Yeah, I enjoy Brad. I wouldn't mind more Brad. I like Brad. Who knew that it'd take one episode for me to be like, not quite the douche I thought he was, but kind of the douche I enjoy watching. Just to see what he's up to. I would love for him to go back and have his movie career with Zaniac. It's not a horror movie. It's not a scary movie. It is an intense suspense. What did he say? Elevated suspense. I like that. I like that a lot. And I like, him and Mobius playing off of each other and like having that moment in McDonald's. Just some great acting moments in this episode, especially, Tom Hiddleston when he's approaching Sylvie while she's working at McDonald's, like you could feel it. You could feel it. There was like love. There was like nervousness, anxiousness. He didn't know what to expect. Was she going to be on the attack? Like there's a lot that was in that performance. Yeah, we got Sylvie back. She looks like she's going to be helping. Well, she went back to home for her, but I think with her still having that device that we're going to be seeing her. I loved OB and Casey meeting each other. It's like Casey met like a famous person. Like he was so excited. The guy that wrote the book that he loves, like he's in. And I'm glad to get more of Casey and not just have him be like kind of like the, I don't know, like just, I don't even want to say comic relief. I don't even think he's that. Like he's just like a random kind of character that pops up every now and then. And like, I hope he's more and more prominent because I really enjoy him a lot. Seeing Hunter B-15 in like regular clothes, helping them out in the timeline, I thought was fantastic. I love that her role is getting pushed up there. We're getting more character building all the way around for a lot of these characters. And Renslayer, they apparently know where she is, or where at least her temp pad was. I imagine that when all the timelines started getting pruned, that she jumped somewhere safe. I thought that they got rid of all the timelines and pruned all of them. But it looks like that obviously if Sylvie could go somewhere, that there's some still out there. And I'm glad we stopped Docs. That was heartbreaking to see all those timelines go. But like, you know, and she believes she's doing the right thing. And ultimately, it probably would have stopped all the chaos that's happening at the TVA. So like, you know, in her mind, she's a hero. She's saving the TVA. She's saving the sacred timeline. So I get it. But like, at the same time, like, I can see it from the other perspective of like, you're killing billions of people. Billions of people. Hundreds of thousands of timelines destroyed. Whew. Which might have bought them some time. So they can still have time to figure this out. And if they need He Who Remains aura to stop the temporal loom from doing something, I don't know if it's going to explode, cease to exist. I mean, they have the blast doors. So it leads you to believe that like maybe they've gone through it before. That there's something to have a blast door from, or like, you know, it's been a threat several different times. But I don't know if what Sylvie has helps them. Maybe. And I mean, Loki, like, you know, saying like she's in the future at the TVA. That's what my question was, is like, why was she at the TVA in the future and in what capacity? And I have to go back and look and see what clothes she's wearing, because was she wearing her McDonald's uniform or was she wearing something else? So really the next episode going into that is what's Sylvie going to do with He Who Remains device? Where's Renslayer? What is she up to? Is she going to be mad that Sylvie killed her boyfriend? I think it's either they were working together or they were in love. Either way, it seemed like she cared about him. Are we going to get Miss Minutes? Because we haven't had a jump scare from her in a while. I personally love the character. Tara Strong does a great job voicing her. Big fan of Miss Minutes. She doesn't do a lot, but boy, is it memorable when she is there. And, you know, Loki posed a good question to Mobius of, like, what he thinks his life was. And Mobius said he could deal with it if it was bad, but he almost couldn't live with it if it was good. And I get that. Like, what if you, like, knew that your life was just absolutely blessed somewhere else and that you were happy and that you had everything that you wanted, and you had to leave it, or, you know, you couldn't go back to it, or like maybe that is a choice for Mobius. Maybe he does find out that he had a happy life somewhere, and that's the way the series ends, is him going to his happy life. Oh God, I don't want to think about the end. I'm jumping way ahead, but I would love that for Mobius. I really would, because he deserves to be happy. They all do, even Brad. Even Brad. But guys, if you want to watch a full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Do you think that the device that Sylvie has helps OB with the aura problem? I think so. I think Sylvie 1 has way more power than what Loki actually knows, because having that, she's, I think, in charge of the timeline. All the timelines. Like, it's her. And if she really didn't want it, she would have left it behind. So I think that there's a part of her that is actually tempted by that power, but also that, like, it's kind of like a just in case. Like, oh, I knew this was all going to go to shit. Zoop! And, like, do something about it. I would hope that, like, the guilt of all the people dying, not that it's her guilt, but, like, that she would feel bad that they're all dead, that she would want to do something about that. Maybe fix that. Maybe rewind time. I don't know if that's possible. The way time works is very confusing because it doesn't work the same in the TVA as it does outside the TVA. And as we know, going into the past doesn't change the future. It creates a whole new timeline. So I don't know. That's actually what I like about this show, is that it tickles my brain enough to where I have no idea. Like normally things are very predictable and you can, like, figure them out as they go, and you're just like, okay, like I know the way this was written. It's hitting all the right beats. And this, I have no clue what those beats are. Can't guess ahead. It actually, I love that. I love when things are unpredictable. It makes me happy. So guys, come back here next week for the next episode. But in the meantime, I'll see ya.